हेलो। हेलो। हेलो, मेरी आवाज
नॉर्मल। हेलो। हेलो हेलो। हेलो माइक चेक। If I read it from here, okay, I'm audible.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. On behalf of the organizing committee, I, Nidhi Kastwa, Professor, School of Law, GH Raisoni, Skill Tech University, Nagpur, extend a warm welcome to all the distinguished faculty members and participants of this faculty development program. Today marks the fifth day of our FDP, and we continue our journey of insightful academic deliberation with yet another thought-provoking session. Now, it's my privilege to introduce today's distinguished guest, Dr. Hemant Singh, Associate Professor, Amity Law School, Amity University, Madhya Pradesh. Dr. Singh holds a PhD in law from Amity University, Rajasthan, and an LLM in corporate law from National Law University, Jodhpur. He has served at reputed institutions including Sharda University, Amity University, ICFAI Dehradun, and Glatorius University, and also gained professional experience as a legal associate. He has also Indian Contract Act 1872 published several corpus index research papers on constitutional law, criminal law, family law, and even holds a patent on AI and social media impact on mental health. His research bridges law, technology, and human rights. Dr. Singh has also been invited as resource person, speaker, arbitrator, and judge at various national and international conferences and competitions. He serves an editorial and review board of multiple journals, and his expertise includes constitutional law. We are truly delighted to have him with us today. Join me in welcoming Dr. Hemant Singh. Now, I respectfully invite Dr. Hemant Singh sir to deliver his session on the topic use of artificial intelligence in legal research. Sir, the platform is all yours.
Thank you so much for a very generous and very long, introductions. First of all, I would like to thank Madam Dean Law, Nityanand Pandey sir, and obviously the person who has given a wonderful introduction of mine. So, very thank you so much for inviting me in this, FDP program. And the topic which has been assigned to me as very contemporary relevance, because when Nitin Pandey sir, he was my colleague earlier, and he was very generous person, not undoubtedly. So he given me a topic, said that sir, this is topic which you have to deliver on in FDP program which we are organizing. So he asked me that whether you will be comfortable in this. But as my area, as I discussed, as Nadi madam told about that my area is constitutional law, criminal law, and family, and various other laws. But shifting to AI, and AI, role of AI in legal research in itself, because I'm when I'm today the world, when we are writing a paper, when we are doing anything in today's scenario, we all are one or other way is using AI. But before starting my session on this particular topic, I would like to start with some stories or some type of instances which I have gone through or I have noticed and experienced, and how this AI has been go in so depth in our life, so we cannot ignore it many a times. Because I'm telling you one story where my friend's daughter was asking a mobile phone from me and saying, uncle, can you give me your mobile phone for a minute? So I just asked, why do you want to what will you do with my mobile phone? So she was just, because she said, was just 2 minutes. You gave me for 2 minutes only. I'll get back. I'll return you immediately. Only okay. So what she did, she just opened that Google and write a chat GPT, and then she was asking from the chat GPT the password of her mother mobile phone. And I was very much surprised. And she is the student of just fifth class. So I, when she was searching that, so I just understanding, okay, how AI has been going such a depth in our lives where we are unable to ignore it. Now we need to understand, because that story which I told you, the only reason of that, that how AI is interfering in our lives. The people knows, the everyone knows that how we can take the answers from the AI. A chat GPT is one of the tool for that. That is very famous one. Even when it was started, the first AI which I have noticed, that was a chat GPT. So when I saw this, I thought, yes, but this 12 years old girl is aware about that, what is chat GPT and what is AI and what kind of answer they can give. But she was not aware that what kind of answer they can actually provide to you. Can't provide the password of someone, right? Second story. So this story is basically connected at how AI is interfering in our lives. Second story, one of my colleague was writing a paper on some topic. So, and he used to write a paper in a day or two by using the AI tools, different research papers and different topics. Even expertise are in different area. So when I saw the paper, I mean, how did you write this in just a very short span? In a day you are writing a research paper. So he said that, sir, I use the AI tools, and through that I have written this whole framework. I said, okay. Another colleague, he was very traditional nature like me. So he said that, so this is not a ethical use. This is not ethics. This is not, demanded. If in this manner we will start writing a paper in a day by use of AI tools, I don't think it is ethical. It is nowhere use of intelligence or intellectual mind. Now, another question which I noticed or experienced in this particular whole story, that whether we can avoid AI or not. Because he said, no, sir, I am not going to use it. I will write the paper by using my own brain, by going through the various research papers, this and that. And see, and he told me this thing. This conversation created a doubt in mind. What is the middle path we need to choose? Because AI, as I told in the first story, that AI we cannot ignore or avoid. Second aspect, what about the ethics, or what about the academic writing or academic intelligence which we talk about? What is about that? Whether we should avoid it, whether we should integrate it, that is the one dilemma has created. Because we, the people who are from, because we done our study without going through all these kind of AI tools. So we have gone through the books only, books, research papers in the hard copies only. So that becomes a little difficult to understand how it works. So integration of the AI we can better understand. And he asked me, sir, what to do? Should I start writing by using a AI tool and it is good, it is ethical? I said, sir, only one answer I could give for this question is that we have to adopt the new technologies, because always technologies are there to assist us. They can't take the place of human being or your intelligence, human judgment. They can never bypass your intelligence or your understanding, right? They can only use as a assistance, and by that way we can use it. Because nowadays, as we all say, that everything, every machine is some one or other way is giving you or giving us a one or other kind of convenience. That is the only thing which I consider as a machine. And machine, AI tool are also the machine, but they are very fast and rapid in their, conversation or their, responses, right? This in this the topic which I have taken or given to me, that is role of artificial intelligence in legal research, how it will be used in law and legal research, what we need to do and how we should proceed with this. So if we talk about the outlines of the presentation which I'm going to include in, that is the AI applications, meaning of AI applications, legal research, and how it has been defined. Because legal research is can be used for different ways by different people, and as per their own profession also. Then I'll discuss about the role of AI in legal research, how it is, you know, you know, trying to help in legal research. Then we will talk about the AI applications in legal research, that is AI tools. We are saying about the AI tools, how they work. AI tools we can divide in two part. One is that AI tools for the professors, AI tools for the academic research, AI tools for legal, other field of legal research. Other field we can include the advocacy, judiciary, the scholars, scholars how they are using it, the students how they are using it, right? So what kind of tools we can use in order to do a good legal research. Then we'll talk about that how important the integration of the technology in the legal research. As I discussed with you that we can't avoid it. Then the point comes that whether we should adopt it, and if we adopt it, then how we should proceed with it. Next, we will discuss about that the what kind of challenges and risk of reliance over the AI and its impact on the legal researchers. Then we will discuss the balanced approach between AI and human judgment in legal research. And finally, we'll talk about the ethical consideration in legal research in India. That what we need to take into consideration while we are using these tools. So, if we will talk about that use of AI, then we can very proudly we can say that even not only the lawyers, judges, advocates, students, but the High Court and Supreme Court judges are also using it. There's a one case in March 2023 where Justice Anup Chitkara of Punjab and Haryana High Court used ChatGPT to deny bail to the Jaswinder Singh accused of assault leading to the death. And now point here which comes that whether this kind of judges could use AI in such a manner without using their brain. Can AI only can give the responses on the basis of the fact which has been told to the AI, and it is justified and it will give justice to the people or not? Because AI we can use it, there's no doubt in it, but we need to understand that while we are using any kind of tools, AI tools or any other kind of machine, we need to be very careful because they can never replace the human judgment and human brain or human intelligence. Another case which has been noticed, that is Justice Pratibha M. Singh of Delhi High Court ruled in favor of luxury shoemaker Christian in a trademark case. The legal team used the ChatGPT generated responses to demonstrate the brand's reputation for its spike sole shoes style and its trademark red soles, which were being copied by the another sole brand called Satik. So, my only intention to tell you these two example of the two judges of the High Court of Punjab and Haryana and High Court of Delhi, to tell you that we cannot say that we should not use chat gpt or we should not use AI tools. We should use, but we must be very careful while using it, right? Even Supreme Court, if you will see, since 2021 the Indian Supreme Court is using two AI tools. That is, one is that is called SUVAS, SUVAS, Supreme Court Vidik Anuvad software, and that is used for the purpose of translating the judgment of the in various languages. That is SUVAS for meant for the purpose. SUPES, that is Supreme Court Portal for Assistance in the Court Efficiency, is an AI tool for assisting judges with the research. It helps them in legal research, in finding out the tools and many other aspects. So AI tools are being used by the Supreme Court and High Court judges. So I think that use of AI is nowhere restricted, and there is no concern of ethics about this. Right. Now proceed when we talk about that how AI is used in the legal research. As we know that AI tools are basically, if we talk about that one language used, that the natural language processing, NLP, and that NLP enables AI system to understand, interpret, and process the human language in the legal text. Right. Machine learning. As AI system are trained to enlarge on a large data set of case laws, statutes, and scholarly articles, and allowing them to recognize patterns and refines such outputs, improve predictive accuracy over a time. Because AI tools are using the past judgments and the the arguments, the decisions which has been supported in given in the support of the contention, they all are being used in order to predict the judgment, predict the predict the decision, what should be the decision on the basis of these things. Legal research, as we know that legal research could be understood as that, it could be defined as that systematic study and investigation of legal rules, principles, case laws, and scholarly opinions to understand, interpret, and apply the law in responded to the authoritative manner. Now, legal research is basically, because we all know those research is meant for the purpose that search again and again in order to find out one or other thing. As we all know that every time when we search, when we read, we find a different kind of interpretation of each and everything. And that's why legal research, the research is very much important. And when we talk about the legal research, research in the area of law, legal provisions, constitutional provisions, their interpretations, their understanding, we need to accommodate. We can see that legal research may vary from person to person and professional to professional. For a lawyer, legal research serves as an instrument to identify the relevant precedents, statutory provisions, and legal principles that strengthens their argument, aiding in drafting the pleadings and guide effective client representation. That is the meaning of legal research for the lawyer, for the practitioner. For judges, legal research serves as an instrument of judicial reasoning and decision making. It helps in locating it helps in understanding, finding out the binding precedents in context to the particular matter in issue, resolving, trying to find out the statutes, ensuring the judgment are consistent with the established principles of justice and other constitutional values. Now, for academician, legal research is you can say that it is an intellectual exercise aimed or intended to critique and the existing law, proposing reforms, engaging in theoretical exploration of the jurisprudence. And why we are writing a paper, why we are writing a book, what is the main purpose behind all these things? That is to enhance knowledge and disperse knowledge. That is the main reason. And by that, because we know that distributing, spreading knowledge is the task which has been assigned to this noble professionals to whom we call academicians. And for legal research, in terms of our research scholars, where they are finding any existing problem in society, and that problem can be eradicated by by doing the research, and by by researching, by analyzing the various provisions and case laws, so that the existing social issue could be resolved with the help of laws, and by develop new laws, and recommending some laws and recommendations to the agencies, authorities, so that the existing social problem could be resolved by the use of the provisions, by the use of law. So what I try to say by all these things is that legal research will vary from person to person, from the perspective to perspective of the different professionals and peoples. Now, what kind of you know purposes legal research serves? If we'll talk about, as I discussed, the academic purpose to advance knowledge, getting existing laws and suggest reforms. For professionals, judges, and policymakers, that AI tool provides them with a very you know clear or very relevant things for their understanding and for application. Now we can understand how these AI are being used. If we'll talk about that, how AI is being used, we can see that AI is used for various ways. Sometimes for researching the case laws, enhancing statute interpretations, predictive analytics, right? Judicial assistant, as I told you, that SUPAS and SUVAS being used by the Supreme Court even. Academic and scholarly research work, these are being used. Now, when we talk about the tools which could be used in order to do a legal research, so most of us will be very much familiar about that what kind of AI tools were already there, which helps us, the legal professionals, to use. I'm not going to talk about whether they are free or paid, but I'm just going to give you the brief idea that what kind of tools we have in for the purpose of legal research. You will see that, as we all know, Manupatra is one of the platform where you can do research, you can extract case laws, and you can use those for the purpose of citing and research purpose. We have SSC online, Supreme Court cases online. That is a big data which is being used by the academic institutions, professionals, in order to find out the case law related to different topics, and um, burning issues, so that they can use it in their legal research, in terms of lawyer can use them for the purpose of advocating, representing the case, whereas the scholar can use it for the purpose of researching and find out the new dimensions. And if you'll see that SSC online, AIR, all these are very much renowned, you know, tools, AI tools, where you can, find out the legal related searches, where you can use them for that purpose. CaseMind is one of the another tool which is used, right? So that 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 particular uh, tool is used to sitemap the visual mapping the case laws evaluation. So if we want that, okay, provide me some case laws which are related to the cruelty. When we talk about cruelty related to women, cruelty related to the man, and accordingly they provide you number of case laws, and they highlight those things in that manner, so that it becomes very easy and understandable for us that how to go ahead with this. Another, we can see the Indian Qanun is one of the platform AI which could be used, and it is generally free access platform is available, and by that we can say that we can do research. There's one tool that is called Bhasni. Hasni is basically it is a addressing the language variant in the Indian code, where proceedings often occur in regional languages. So this particular Hasni, AI tools which is being used in order to interpret or translate the various regional judgments into the language, in the English language, so that we can work on that, and accordingly we can use it. So we talk about the various tools, that how they could be used, right? LexisNexis is one of the platform, Wastelaws is one of the platform, and how we can use this platform, that is through the use of AI. And I'm telling you that these platforms are also having their own AI, so in order to help us. I'm going to give a more stress on the legal research for the academician and research scholars. What kind of tools are being used? So we can see that there are a number of tools through which academician research scholar can take help in doing the legal research. And very commonly known, or very most utilized and used, that is the ChatGPT, Gemini. I was attending one program where the person was saying that some of the Scopus generals has allowed the use of AI tools for the purpose of research. Like, because we have one of the restriction, that the plagiarism must not be more than 20% or 10%. Now they are also saying, the various journals are saying that we cannot avoid it, but the extent of, or the content taken from the AI must not be much in way. So they are saying that you have to declare that you have used a AI for the purpose of drafting your research paper, and they have limited the content to the 10%, 5% as per their generous demand. Right. So what I'm trying to say by this, because we cannot avoid these AI tools, and when these are available, if they can assist you, some of the one of the scholars is asking me, sir, how to use these, whether to use it, because many a times being a teacher, I used to scold the people or the students, scholars, and what you are doing, guys, you just doing a literature review, and in a day or two, by use of AI, you are bringing a lot of research paper you have analyzed by use of AI. And I told them, no, no, don't do this. This is not good practice. You are not actually reading these papers, because literature review is being done for the purpose of understanding the existing issues and gaps which are going on, and you are not understanding that. You just taking these data from the use of AI and giving me. But again, that questions, because when I ask them, sir, if you are using it, then I find, because they are asking me, sir, how do you find that this particular literature review or the paper or the application has been written in by the AI? How do you find it? And I said that they were very simple. There are many simple tricks for that, which we can find very easily. Because first of all, I understand you and your language. So when you are writing anything, I can better understand that how you are writing it, and what kind of your knowledge in terms of communication, how you are understanding it. Right. So when you are communicating with me, your language is very, very, layman's language. But when you are writing like that you come from the British and USA, and your language is, you sometimes going, sometime from my head. So they said, sir, oh, so we need to understand, okay, how to reduce this. So another time I said that, okay, when you're using these tools, you use it. There is no issue in this. Use, but use wisely. And how to use it, sir? What is the meaning of use wisely? I said that whatever the result they are giving to you, just check whether those results are relevant to your topic or not. relevant to your thesis or not. Sometimes they are quoting a case laws which are having no existence, and with citation year 1977 IIA Supreme Court these. मैंने कहा where this case? I'm not understanding. I didn't find this case. You just give me. And when they are finding, sir, there's no case like this. So they are not using their pen. That is the main problem, which I think that when you are using it, use it. And that is very much required, because when we have a bus or train or metro or bullet train, and that will not be, I will, say, or will not recommend that you use the path which we are using a 50 years back, that, sir, I will go by foot, or I will go by my bullock cart. So that will not of any use. You are in the era where you need to understand the demand of the time, because time is become very crucial. Every moment, or every minute is important for your life, and you have number of assignment. That's why the life has become so much, uh, complex, because the issues, the things which we are doing in very speedy manner, and all these things are supporting to you. Okay, you should do this in this manner. So I would not say that you should not use it. You use it, but wisely you use it. I can tell you number of tools which can be used for the purpose of writing a research paper. Starting from literature review. The first of all, what we need to do is, when we are finding, or when we are trying to write a research paper, how the people are asking me, sir, how you go for the scopus, and how do you find it, what kind of key topic is relevant, how we can find that, okay, this is a contemporary relevance and it could be published. My one answer to this question is, I think the people who are listening me, please note this point, that whenever you are targeting, first of all, you target the Scopus Journal of the legal field, right? Directly go to the Scopus website, and where from you can find, even I can give you demo someday if you will ask me that how to go in Scopus and how to find out research journals, papers, then I'll tell you in the detail. So people are giving their paper in the Scopus journals, and they are rejecting outrightly. They are rejecting, and they're saying, sir, we have written as per as you told me, you guided me in this respect. Still they have rejected. I said that each and everything I could not tell you. I cannot. I'm not a god. I'm not an editor of the journal. I can only give you the idea that how you would proceed with this. I said, tell me one thing. You have put your research paper in a journal in which, have you gone through the vision and mission of that journal? Well, sir, no. I am telling you, the first research paper on this was when I have written and I published. What I found, I was putting a paper in the various legal journals, and there every time it get rejected. I was very much surprised that what should I insert in this, what kind of content issue, what kind of problem is going on. Someone please let me know. And nobody is bothered about, they are rejecting outrightly. Then I go to the journal and read the vision and mission of that journal. And when I read the vision and mission, they said that we are promoting the women empowerment. Our vision is that laws which are must be discussed, which are promoting the welfare of the women. And when I was writing a paper where I was saying something giving favor to the men and discarding women's interest, obviously it will get rejected outrightly, right? How ChatGPT, how these AI tools should be used in order to understand? You just go there and you just see the scope of the journal, and from the scope you can go in ChatGPT, put those scope in the ChatGPT and ask, suggest me some of contemporary relevance topic on this scope area of this journal. They will suggest you some topics, and that is very ethical in terms. That is very much ethical, right? It is very much ethical. There is no wrong in this, because you are just getting the idea, because copyright is related to the expression, not the idea, and you are just taking the idea from the ChatGPT. and they are suggesting you, but you need not to write it as it is what they have given to you. Utilize your mind, and then accordingly you frame your topic, right? We have number of AI tools for the purpose of literature review. SCI space is there, that is for the literature review, right? Geroto, that is used. Mendeley is a free, used for the purpose of citing the research papers, right? If you wanted to, any content and do that you want to humanize, you have, made some paper by using the chat GPT or other Gemini or some other tools, and then you are saying that okay, that what kind of language they have provided to you, that is not relevant as per the legal words are not being used. Then you ask them that to humanize this, because there is AI tool which humanize also, that will give you the content in the human words, and then it suits us. Yes, okay. So there are number of tools which could be used in order to understand the requirement. That's why we need to use the AI in a very generous or in very ethical manner, right? And that is very much valid and relevant. There are, illicit. Illicit is one of the tool which is being used for the purpose of finding out the research paper relevant to your topic which you are searching on. You are, trying to write a paper on that. So we have a number of tools which could be used by academicians and research scholars for the purpose of writing, purpose of drafting a paper, purpose of writing an abstract, purpose of framing, getting the framework of the research paper or the book. They will provide you, but don't copy as it is and don't use as it is. You should utilize, you should use your mind to understand the whatever the thing they have provided is relevant to your topic or thing or not, right? Because AI will give you the same result. AI will give you the result which you are demanding. If your demand is not proper, you will not get the good results. So what we need to learn is that only having the AI tools are not sufficient. What you need to have is that these tools must be used very effectively when we have some kind of training and we know the specific way of asking, because AI will give you those things which you demands, which you ask. If you are asking something a different way, then they will provide you something. So what you need to understand, that you need to understand that your demand, your query, your question, your question must be very much relevant, related to your topic. Then only you can get a best result. Otherwise it will give you the result which is of no use for you, right? That is all about the AI tools, how they are being used. Now the second aspect which I'm going to use, that is integration of technology in the legal research. Now the first point, as I discussed with you, that how should we use it or should not use it, used or in what manner we must use, these things we will discuss. So now, as we know that AI has been gone and so in depth in our lives that we cannot live without it, and that's why we must use it. And we find that there is an unavoidable role of technology in the legal research. Now AI tools excels at the task that data intensive, repetitive, and time consuming. If we are going, okay, we are going to go through the whole case law, then obviously you will waste your days or month. But if you will ask that, okay, this is my this is the case law of the 400 or 500 pages, give me these things, wherever these case laws are being used, what is the ratio decidendi, what was the argument, what was the legal reasoning given, what was the remedy given, what is actually held in this case, they will provide you in a separate paragraphs and separate way, right? So that is somewhere is giving you a thing in a very speedy manner. So that's why I'm saying that it is unavoidable role of technology in the legal research. And it is not only expedite your things, but it also make it more effective. right? Because it give you some refined way, because you are having some idea in the terms that, okay, suppose for example you want to write anything and you are not able to construct a full statement or title. What you are doing is, you have in mind constitution, personal liberty, right, sedition, right, and these terms you have given to the chat gpt or any other Gemini or any other AI, they will construct by mixing these three words and will give you one topic, that how could you write on this way. So that's why it makes you, give you a very, very extensive or very important information in such a very few minutes. And I think it should be used, because I always tell that using of AI is very much ethical. If you are using it in very ethical manners, that is very important, right? So avoiding it is not possible for us. Next is, we can see the complementary role of technology and human judgment. Technological Technology excels at handling repetitive data, heavy tasks such as scanning judgment, extracting key principles, mapping, as I discussed with you. But these tools are basically minimizing the efforts of the human being, right? And that's why they are of use and they must be used. Enhancing efficiency without sacrificing depth. Enhancing efficiency means when AI allows legal researchers to save time, mechanical tasks, while focusing on the deeper analytics work. For instance, technology, AI summarizes judgment, automate the citation formatting. Today, I'm seeing the people are writing, whenever they're writing anything, they are changing the citation in a minute. They're just giving an example that, okay, I want the citation in this format. They're giving in a minute or seconds, right? If we will start doing it manually, then we'll find that it will take around 1 or 2 days. So if it is there, that it enhance the efficiency of doing things, right? Again, evaluate the jurisprudential reasoning, socio-political implications, ethical dimension of those cases. If we want, then these things we need to do. That is not being done by the AI. They cannot extract the reasoning which you want. They cannot tell you the exact reasoning which has been given, and on what basis, what kind of reasoning or principles you are drawing. What will the practical or political implications, socio-political implications would be there, that you need to evaluate. They cannot give you. They can give you some idea, but you cannot rely on completely on them. The fourth aspect of the integration of the AI in the legal research. AI often simplifies complex doctrines into short summaries. Law is inherently layered and contextual. Human oversight is therefore necessary to ensure doctrinal nuance is there. Now, if we will take that the basic structure doctrine in Indian constitutional law, right, cannot be understood by merely going through the Keswan and Bharati case, right? What we need to do is, we have to analyze all those case laws which came after that, even before that, right? So they will provide you that, okay, the case law is related to the basic structure doctrine. They will give you, the AI will give you the number of case laws. Now you have to identify that what kind of things has been declared basic structure in which case, right? That task is to be done by the human judgment. We are not allowed that we should overlook that, okay, whatever the judgment they have given, we must use it. That we have to use in our own manner by utilizing your mind or your intellectual capacity. Next is safeguarding ethical and professional accountability. That must be ensured, right? So when we are using these things, ethics must not be compromised. Then what is ethics here? That is very important, and professional accountability, because that is one issue which is, or very debate is going on one topic, that when the mind and machine integrates, there are a number of conflicts arises related to right, ownership, and innovations. People are asking, sir, tell me, if anything which has been generated by me, whether I will be the owner of this or the tool which has been used by me. It means the owner of the tool will be the owner, or the person I search that thing, whether I will be the owner. And that kind of debate, that kind of conflict is still going on. Some people say that no, AI tools cannot be an owner, because for being an owner there must be a natural person. It means the person who developed this could be an owner? Well, no, it could not be, because people could be an owner of the things when he knows that what he has generated. When he is not aware, then how he could be made responsible? Because sometimes things gives benefit, sometimes it result into the some destructive results also. Nowadays we all know that how the deep fake technology is being utilized in order to defaming the very much reputed and renowned politicians, celebrities. Their necked pictures are coming. You can see the case related to Vidya Balan, Rasmika Mandana. These were the actresses whose some kind of deep fake was done with them. They were showing that they were naked, or they were doing some kind of sexual activities. And that when it was sometimes the people are using the language, the voice, the some statement was said by the Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, or someone else, and they are even some statement given by someone opposition party, and they are dubbing it in the manner of as Prime Minister is saying, or Amit Shah is saying the same thing. And that is the use of deep fake technology. And deep fake, because the source we are unable to find out, and that's why it's a fake thing are being prepared. So we need to be very careful while we are using it. Now, what are the challenges and risk of reliance over the AI? Not reliance, over reliance. Word must be very much compatible if we will use this word. Challenging and risk of over reliance on AI and its impact on legal researchers. What's the kind of impact would be there? So, what kind of challenges are there? First challenge which we can cite here is erosion of critical thinking and analytical skills. One of the biggest drawback of this AI integration or AI use is that we have stopped using our mind, using our thinking. Whenever anything comes in our mind, we never try to think over it. We never analyze it. We never discuss it with others. What we do is we just whatever the what things is coming in our mind, we just put it into chat gpt or AI tools in order to get the idea. We are not using anything, we are not doing anything, we are not thinking about it even. And that is the problem which I think that it is the impact of AI today. Because nobody is, if we'll ask people write one application, if he will use some language, he will strong their vocab, they will understand the grammar which is being used. But when they are asking from the chat gpt, they are giving in a second, and they are writing, and they are coming, they are copying from that, and they are coming with the application. And that is a biggest drawback, where the people have stopped using their mind, thinking critically. Second aspect, that is the challenge which we can see, that is dependence on algorithm logics. What I'm trying to tell by the algorithmic logics is that sometime, if you will ask the data or ask any query, sometime you will find that they are giving you the inputs which are biased in the sense, the instruction which were given to them. If you will search anything, if you will search anything, suppose any cruelty you are talking about, right? we are talking about the federalism in India. If you're using these words, then it's a different. If you're using federalism, then they automatically give you the federalism of the USA. They will not talk about the Indian federalism. They will talk about USA federalism. And here it shows that AI is somewhere biased. That is biased somewhere. And that's why they are giving the results which we are asking of the foreign people or foreign country, not the Indian country. They are not talking about federalism in India is also existing, but still they are not talking about it. Because here it shows that these AI tools are biased in some aspects. When we are searching anything, cruelty, obviously they will give you the result against cruelty against women automatically. Nobody is going to talk about the cruelty against man may also be there. But if you are writing that cruelty, they will give you the cruelty against women automatically. That is the biasness is there. That is the allegory of the myth. Biasness. That is there. So when you are searching anything, you will see the results which are coming are, one-sided. They are talking about either one country, they are talking about one kind of continent, one kind of, gender. That is the way that results is coming out. And here we need to understand that AI should not be relied completely, right? Next, we can see that because of AI, originality and creativity is going away. That is going away. Because the people are not in a habit of writing anything. The people are not writing even. I would say whatever they are doing on the laptop and by use of ChatGPT. They are not using their mind at all. And that's way of suppose if we'll talk about a very simple example of preparation of PPT. People are preparing a PPT by use of different colors, different ways, different things. They are searching from different documents and then they are putting in their PPTs. But what AI is doing now, you just give them topic, they will create. If you will ask, okay, give the red color, give this color, give in this manner, they will provide you. And I'm telling you, the 50 to 70% academicians or the professionals are not knowing that what kind of Microsoft Word is providing to us. People are not knowing that these things could be done in a minute by us without use of ChatGPT or other things. Even Microsoft is also using that because we are not aware about that Microsoft Word itself having a number of things through which you can do a task very easily. People are not knowing it. And in this manner, in coming scenarios, in coming future, we will see that we will stop learning. Because whatever is coming in our mind, what question is someone is asking, they will just go and put in the chat GPT and then they will get the result. What is the answer? Right? So that is the danger. And that's why under today, what is happening today, what we can see, that people are not dependent over each other. Nobody is sitting, no one is debating, nobody is discussing. Even the people having some kind of depression, he's not going to discuss with his friend or colleague or family. What he will go to do is he will put in the chat GPT or other tool that tell me some idea that how to overcome from this depression. Right now, this kind of the peoples are doing nowadays by the use of AI. And how this AI will help you out, because the result which they will suggest you, that is very general suggestions would be there. And if your friend will give you the suggestion, your family member will give you the suggestion, that suggestion will be as per your benefit, as per your character nature, and accordingly they will give you the advice. But AI don't know you. That's why that AI can't give you that exact that kind of results, that kind of tools, or that kind of advice which you are demanding. So it's very nowadays this kind of things, because I'm telling this, because the creativity has been is somewhere lost. Originality is lost somewhere, and we lost in some coming days, because till these academicians of my age or before my age, they were, till they are alive, then they will talk about the books and research paper in the hard book, hard bound or hard copies. After that, then nothing. There's nothing, right? And that will, because how the different kind of books, research papers, how they will come? What will be the creativity of the people in that? Very, challenging, that how to reduce and how to, avoid it. Next is professional accountability risk. Is somewhere, in the chat I was seeing that someone is asking, sir, that whether AI judiciary something, AI in judiciary, they are asking whether they should decide a matter on the basis of AI. There was some question was there. In the chat.
Sir, the question is, sir, am I audible?
Yes, audible.
So the question is, AI can be very useful in expeditious disposal of court cases. If
Hmm.
used judicially, it can help in reducing the backlog of cases. Is there
Hmm.
any initiative in this direction? This is
Oh,
the question, sir.
yes. uh, the question is very good, because everyone is, very much, everyone is, fed up with this delayed decisions. But the point is, we can't completely rely on AI decisions. Decision could be given by the judgment in a minute, but just you give the fact, evidences, they can give you, but judges will see your circumstances. Even, one provision in the CRPC there, because I'm not going to use BNSS, because a BNSS provision I'm not aware with. There was one provision which says that 280, whenever the person is cross examined or examined, he the demeanor of the person is important in order to decide the reliability of the witness. Ki how, whether he is telling the truth or he is hiding the truth, right? So AI tools will not be able to, analyze this thing. Sometimes people says that the trial is not of the accused, the trial is of the judges. Ki whether, because everyone is lying, everyone is producing fake things, right? And now they are targeting whether they are trying whether this judge can find out we are who is the liar, whether both are liar. Not lawyer, I'm telling you, both are liar here, and they are trying to find out whether judge can find it, who is the most or biggest lawyer and one is a less lawyer, right? The trial is not the accused, trial of the judge is going on, right? And judge always said that we know from the first hearing that who is guilty and who's not, right? But we wait for the coming of the evidences and fact and witnesses and this and that. AI tools would be, I'm telling you, AI tools are useful in summarizing judgment, in taking out the judgments which are, relevant to the topic. Yes, they are. They will helpful. They will provide you. But always remember, they can't replace the judges until, because human being intervention is required. We cannot say because AI robot is coming very soon, right? AI in terms of judges, even they are doing nowadays, they are doing work in the homes. Okay, if you ask for the coffee, tea, cleaning, everything they are doing, right? But for judge, for deciding decision making, I find that there is a requirement of human intervention on mind. Cannot decide. We can use these tools for the assistance, and I'm very much confident about it. These tools will help in reducing the backlogs, but 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 we can't completely rely. We can't have the robot judges, and we cannot have this. If we will have it, then it. And the people who are suggesting you, sir, this mutual fund is very good, this mutual fund is very good, right? They always says that to whom you will consult with, they always say, sir, अभी तक तो इसका जो इंटरेस्ट था सब इतना आया है. In future we can't say anything, right? Right. In future we can't anything. Same will go with this count of accountability, because when you are guaranteeing something to someone, सर अभी तक तो उसका 20% 25% आया है, 5 सालों का मैं बता रहा हूं आपको. बट इन फ्यूचर it will give 20% or 25%. I'm not assuring you, but we must work on the expectation of that, right? If the person has done well in past, will always do in future also? No, that is not, there is no guarantee of that. There's no guarantee, right? So whatever AI is giving to you, that is just analyzing the thing or data which is available, right? Cannot foresight. And hence that's why you can't rely on this agent, same way you can't rely on this AI was, right? Because there is no accountability at all, right? You will be responsible, because some cases, some court, some judges or some lawyers, sometimes they appeared before the court with the arguments, with the case laws which they have searched from the AI. They have extracted from the AI and appeared before the court. Court said that, okay, tell me when this judgment was given, and they are searching now. There is nothing like that. That is over reliance. There is no accountability. Court said your case is dismissed, your case is rejected, and then they are saying, yaar, what happened, this AI is of no use, फेंक दो उसको निकाल के. अरे no, this is of use. But over reliance is not required. Use your brain, use your mind. That is required, because that you can't say that before the court, sir, this whatever AI has given to me, that I'm producing before you. No, the responsibility lies over you, because you are appearing, you are taking money from the client, so you will be responsible. AI is not taking any money from the client, you are taking, so you pay for it, right? And that is the main thing. We say that's why over reliance is not required at all. Okay, next thing, oversimplification of complex legal issues. That is another very challenging thing. Oversimplification. Sometimes a student asks, sir, why such a technical legal language is being made? Why these kind of when we are going through the English language in any text or textbook, we find something different. When we go through the law book, it is so complicated. The thing is not written in plain language, plain way. They have been twisted in such a way. Then I answer them, because if everyone will understand the legal language, then what is the use of you? What is the use of you? Who will hire a lawyer? Because everyone knows that the accused, the convict, the accused, the parties can fight their case by their own. No requirement of lawyer. But lawyer requirement is that, because lawyer understand and interpret the legal provisions in a better way than we cannot, even how well versed in English language we are, right? And it is making things are so simplicity, so simple, so that anyone can use. But this simple language does not have the interpretative quality. That will be the missing, because the legal language is not made for this purpose, that okay, other people cannot come in this category. It has been made with the purpose that it must accommodate all kind of issues, and will leave it to the judiciary to interpret in this particular legal text in their own way, to accommodate all kind of issues. That is the reason. That's why the language is written in some certain different manner, not in order to avoid the people, and that beside the advocate, the other people cannot practice or cannot advocate for themselves. No, that has been made for the purpose that every kind of issues or every kind of queries could be resolved by the single legal provision. And that's why there is stagnant and consistent till date, right? So these are the issues, these are the risks which we are seeing. Now another aspect which I'm going to discuss with you, maintaining a balanced approach between AI and human judgment in legal research. That is very much required. Now, in order to recognize it, what we need to do? Recognizing AI as a tool, not to substitute anything. Not a substitute. It is not a substitute. It will not going to replace anyone. It will only be understood as a tool which will assist you. Not more than that. Someone is asking me, sir, tomorrow it will replace judges. Tomorrow it will replace academicians. People are saying, sir, your job is in danger. You know, why it is in danger? Well, sir, nowadays the AI can teach us whatever we want. YouTube channels are there. There we can learn. So your job is now in danger, because in some days, after some years, the universities will take the e-content developed from the teachers, and they will start playing with that, and they will accommodate. But teacher role, academician role cannot be anyway surpassed, cannot be surpassed, right? So these tools should be used as a tool, not a substitute of anything. Verification, another requirement which is there, that it must be verified. Whatever the source, whatever the resources, what are the content the AI is giving to you, you must verify it. Promote transparency and accountability in AI use. Whenever you use the AI tools, you must be very much specific in asking about the problem or the thing which the content which you want, right? So this is one of the thing how we can accumulate, or you can say the accommodate AI with the human judgments. So use of mixed approach we need to apply, and then only we can go further, and then we can see that AI is helpful tool, and we can go further and we can develop our future. The last thing, in terms of the ethical consideration, what are the things which are required so that the ethical legal research should be done. Ethical, why? Because everyone saying that this is not ethics, this is not ethics are not saying this, ethics are not saying that. So for ethical use, we must very much adhere to some of the precautions while you are using AI. That first of all, the AI use must be up to the idea, not the content, not the whole paper. You must take idea. You can develop your idea on the basis of AI help, right? And that idea, on that basis of that idea, you can develop your content whenever you are doing anything. Whatever, when you are practicing as a lawyer, you are preparing your case. When as an academician, where you're gathering knowledge, or you are presenting anything before the students, you will get the accurate result when you are asking accurately, specifically, and verifying the sources of this. What happens, the people are not verifying the source, and that's why the mistakes are committed. That's why we are sometimes scolded by the people who are listening, or we are seeing us, that okay, this is all chat gpt, this is all chat gpt. What is you have done, beta? You have done nothing. You just go in and put the thing in the chat gpt and you get the result, and that is your research. No. What happens, that's why verification of the sources is important. If you are verifying the sources, then you will find that your research is good, and you can go with that. Next is plagiarism and intellectual honesty. That is very much required. Legal research must be original and properly attributed. Academic scholars, students, lawyers are ethically bound to cite all the sources, because what they are saying, whenever the AI generate the content, you must have the sources be cited there. If you are not citing the proper citation, you are not giving, you are not recognizing someone's, because wherever from this particular AI tool is taking the data, that is also the privacy concern. If I'll tell you that in the Scopus, most of the journals are closed access in the sense that you cannot get those research papers from that particular journal unless you are paying for that. They're not open access. They're not available open access. So AI and ChatGPT can intrude in that journals and can extract the data from the research paper. Answer is no. No, they are not giving you. They can't. They can't intrude in that. That is another issue which is going on. Sometimes they are intruding in that particular area. Then it will be a very challenging thing where scopers, when they are publishing very quality thing, and they are selling out their research papers who are intended to read those things, and AI is going and without their permission, without paying anything and extracting data for you, it become a very privacy concern also. And it is also from the point of academic ethics, academic integrity, it is very challenging. Confidentiality and data protection, as I discussed, avoiding bias and ensuring fair representation. As I discussed with you that when you are supposed to say that you are using the AI in a very uh, proper way, when you are getting a result which are not biased, and that you need to see. AI will give you the biased because the people, if the person who has developed this AI tool belongs to USA, UK, you will get the result from the US and UK only. So what you need to do is that you need to ensure that whatever they are giving to you relevant to your topic and it is not biased. So biasness you have to remove. It means when you are asking what is federalism, then you have to ask what is federalism in context to India. If you will say what is federalism, they will give you the result from the USA only, because the tool has been developed by those people, and accordingly they are, because the instruction, on the basis of the instruction, the feedback which is given, accordingly they are, giving you the responses. So you need to be very careful when you are doing anything. You must see that the data or the content which has been given to you is not biased, right? So you have to remove that biasness, or then only you can represent by ensuring fairness. So these are the ways through which we can, say that. The lastly, and I will conclude by saying it, that use of AI is very much required in the time we are there, because we can't avoid it. We have to go with the pace. We have to learn with the pace, and that's why we must accommodate this AI. But while we are using these AI, we must be very much careful by source of verification, biasness, and these things should be, done in that manner. And thank you so much for listening me. It is such a very long time which I have taken here. So thank you so much, all participants who have heard me, and I'm ready to, if you are having any kind of questions, you can ask questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an engaging and enlightening session. Your perspective on the integration of AI into legal research has truly broadened our understanding of the subject. We will now take a short Q&A session. I invite the participant to kindly share their questions if there are any. If there is anyone who wants to ask any question, they may ask right now.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So you have explained very well, and it is very interesting and useful to all the scholars and the teachers also in the ensuing period. But I have a question, sir, regarding
Yes.
this chat GPT.
Ji.
Recently, just 2-3 months back, I read an article where a child who was using this chat GPT, when he was in depression, he asked the chat GPT how to suicide.
Yes.
That chat
Yes.
GPT has given step-by-step details, and that the details he followed and he committed suicide. So
Yes.
the liability concept of the chat GPT, is there any such liability is there? in this particular this thing, that mother filed a case against the chat GPT.
Yes, yes, sir. Very because this example I have also given with when you are
Yes,
asking about
yes,
the
yes.
depression, they are giving you
Yes,
the
yes,
advice.
yes, yes, sir.
That's why there's a debate is going on still, because who will be responsible for the content which they are giving? Because the
Yes,
developer who has developed that AI tool, or the person who are searching, because the person who are searching, because when we go for the advice to the doctor will
yeah,
always say, no, don't talk about the suicide. What is the problem is there, that I will handle it, I will give you what is the problem, tell me, right? Will never advise you any kind of method to commit a suicide. But AI will give you, AI will give, because AI is not knowing. AI is not knowing that you are doctor or not, whether you are criminal or not, whether you are police officer or not. Because it might possible that police officer might be investigating in order to understand that how the people would have committed suicide, to know the step by step. That might also be the scenario. So that will give you the content or the advice without knowing you. And that's why the liability is not there, because that is giving a general idea. In this manner, if you will say that, you could see one example I'm giving you, that ग्वालियर आपका स्वागत करता है ना? Gwalior is welcoming you. Your journey is very much appreciated. But we will find that no one is there to welcome us. Nobody is there to welcome us. And that is not written for us only, it is written for everyone. So whoever is coming and saying that, sir, I'm going to file a case against you because nobody was there to welcome me, sir, that will not go. You said somebody will welcome me, but they are written that Gwalior welcome you, but nobody was there to welcome me. Now this is disrespect. So
yes, yes.
these things, that's why AI is not liable, because specific advice to that person is not given. They are just giving the information available to them, irrespective of the fact that whether who is searching it. If they know that, okay, if the person is investigating officer, they are not knowing. Whether doctor is searching for this, they are not knowing, because doctor might know, might search for the purpose to understand that whether how the people go in this kind of society, right? That's why chat GPT or the AI are not made responsible. But still debate is going on, debate is going on, right? Might be some kind of mechanism be developed, where, because nowadays we can see there is a pornography sites has been stopped, banned. Now what we need
Yeah,
to do is, we need to make a one legislation where we should restrict such kind of you know advices, such kind of content, societal, rape, sexual, these kind of things we need to restrict. So that whenever the AI tool is developed, these things must be kept in mind, and so that we can make him liable. If they are, instead of that, they are doing it. Are you getting my point, sir? I think
yes, sir.
whatever I can
Thank
tell
you.
you, sir,
Thank you.
you can better.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You
Thank you. Thank you.
elaborated. But anyhow, that case is filed in USA, sir. We have to wait and
Yes,
see
yes,
what
yes,
result will come.
yes, yes.
This
We
was
need to
this was
wait and
happened in
watch, right?
USA. Okay,
Yes,
okay. Thank you, sir.
yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Right,
Is
Yes.
there
right,
is
sir.
there any other question from the participants? Is there any other question? So there is one question asked in the chat box by Manjusha ji. It is, does IT Act or any other act defines AI?
No, that is the issue. That's why, because there is no, AI has not been defined anywhere. There is no law to regulate it. Even in European Union, there is a, some laws has come where they are defining AI. But in Indian context, no, there is no law till now. Even IT Act is not defining what is AI. But European Union, there is a law has been developed which is talking about AI and all these related issues. And we need to accommodate that laws in India also, in order to make, because we all are working, even law commission, every person or the who are responsible for making law, they are debating and they are working on that. very soon we will have some kind of law regulating the AI.
Thank you so much, sir. Is there any other question? I think there is no other question. So now I would like to invite Miss Abhiruchi Lakras, Assistant Professor, School of Law, GH Raisoni, Skill Tech University, to deliver the vote of thanks. Miss Abhiruchi, the floor is all yours.
Am I audible to everyone? Good afternoon, everyone.
Good.
As today's session draws to a close, it is my privilege to extend a vote of thanks on behalf of the School of Law, GH Raisoni, Skill Tech University, Nagpur. First and foremost, I wish to express our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Hemant Singh, Associate Professor, Amity Law School, Amity University, Gwalior, for delivering a very insightful lecture on use of artificial intelligence in legal research. Your deep analysis and thought-provoking perspectives have shed light on how technology is reshaping the future of legal scholarship and practice. Sir, your talk was truly eye-opening. Your use of real-life examples to show the risks of over-reliance on AI made complex issues very simple and left a lasting impression, reminding us that technology must remain guided by human judgment, ethics, and responsibility. We are deeply grateful to you for sharing your wisdom, experience, and practical insights with such clarity and engagement. Your words will surely inspire us to approach the intersection of law, technology, and society with greater critical awareness. I sincerely thank our respected Dean, Dr. Nityanand Pandey sir, GH Raisoni, Skill Tech University, Nagpur, and Dr. Farhad Khan ma'am, GH Raisoni, University, Saikeda, for their guidance and support. I also extend my gratitude to the faculty members and organizing team, their constant encouragement, and to all participants for their active engagement, which greatly enriched today's session. With this, we bring today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
With these words of gratitude, we now formally bring this session to a close. We sincerely appreciate your time and participation, and we look forward to your presence in the upcoming sessions of Faculty Development Program. Thank you and have a wonderful evening ahead.
Thank you. Thank you.
The feedback form is shared in the chat box and will also be shared in the group.